Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are from group 5. We'll present the result of our discussion. Before that, I will introduce my member group. The first is Muhammad Aftah Al-Harafi. The second is Muhammad Iqbal Tunggal Putra. The third is Maherani Mustika Yasmin. The fourth is me. And the fifth is Anandita Lutfia.
Everyone, my name is Muhammad Aftal Harfi and I'm from Group 5. Health and Medicine. Health and medicine encompasses the study of the prevention, cure and understanding of disease as well as the investigation of physical and mental well-being. Oxford Reference provides more than 82,000 concise definitions and in-depth specialist encyclopedic entries on the wide range of subjects within this discipline. Written by trusted experts for researchers at every level, our coverage comprises authoritative, highly accessible information on the very latest terminology, theories, treatments, people, and organizations relating to all areas of medicine and health. From public health, psychology, sports science, and food and nutrition to biomedicine, epidemiology, nursing, and plastic surgery. What are your symptoms? Rash, bruise, lump, spots, or a black eye? So you can answer these questions depends on your symptoms. For example, I've got a cold, a sore throat, a temperature, stomach ache, chest pains, earache, a pain in my side, a rash on my chest, spots, a bruise on my leg, for example, after playing football, a black eye because of after being hit in the eye. So what the doctors do, they will take your temperature, listen to your chest, look in your ears, examine you, take your blood pressure, ask you some questions, and wait. And measure you before sending you to the hospital for further tests. And what's the diagnosis? So these are some possible diagnoses. You've got a flu, an ulcer, a virus, a bug, something that's going around, and you've broken your wrist and sprained, dislocated your ankle, you're pregnant, he died of lung cancer, heart attack, AIDS, and etc. So what does the doctor prescribe? So for example, take one tablet 3 times a day after meals. Take a teaspoonful of medicine fasting at night. We will get the nurse to put a bandage on the wrist. I think you should have a total bed rest for a week. So itu adalah saran-saran atau anjuran dari dokter ya apa yang akan dilakukan selanjutnya. What might the doctor ask you? Jadi apa sih yang biasanya ditanyakan oleh dokter? Do you have a health insurance? You can say yes I do if you have and no I do not if you don't have. Katakan apa yang sejujurnya. Kamu punya kartu asuransi kesehatan atau tidak? Are you taking any medication? Have you ever had any operations? You can answer yes I have or no I have not. Depends on your real experience. And are you allergic to anything? Jika kamu alergi sesuatu, tell the doctor if you have allergy. And then travel. The word of travel has some of words that there is transport type, different kind of facial, parts of facial, people working with it, and the last one is associated facials. Transport type road. Different kind of facial is sports car, estate car, bus, coach, tram, van, lorry, and the past official is boot, engine, gears, tires, and the people who working with it is driver, mechanic, bus conductor. Associated facilities is petrol station, garage, service station, and then the next transport type of rail. The different kind of vessel is passenger train, express, local train, and then the past official is sleeping car, buffet, compartment, and then people who working with it is an engine driver, ticket collector, work porter, and then the next is associated facilities is such as waiting room, ticket office, signal box, and then the next transport type is C, And the different kind of vessel is fishing or rowing boat, liner, ferry, yacht, and the parts of vessel is engine room, deck, bridge. And then the people who are working with it is the captain, purser, docker, and then the associated facilities is port, buoy, customs, and docks. The last one, transport type, air. Different kind of vessel is aeroplane, jet, helicopter. The parts of vessel is cockpit, nose, tail, wings, joystick, and then the people who are working with it is pilot, ground staff, steward, cabin crew, and then the associated facilities is duty-free shop, departures long, runway, and then the words at sea. So the words at sea is a different in real life. For example, at sea, a bathroom is a cabin, a bed is a bunk, the kitchen on a ship is a gallery, right is starboard, and the left is port. And the group of people who work on the ship is called a crew. Travel, trip, and journey and voyage. What's the difference? Travel, the word travel is used to talk about going from one place to another. It can be a verb, a noun, or an adjective. Trip, the word trip is used to talk about short journey somewhere for a purpose. Business or pleasure. Journey. A journey is distance covered when traveling from one place to another. Journey can refer to a long distance or a short regular one. Voyage. A voyage is a long journey by sea or in space. Jadi ketika kalian berpergian melewati laut atau keluar angkasa is a voyage. The last one is crime. Please take note the difference between the verbs steal and rob. The object of the verb steal is the thing which is taken away. Jadi steal itu benda yang dicuri. For example, he stole my bike. Whereas the object of the verb rob is the person or place for which things are stolen. Orang atau tempatnya. For example, I was robbed last night. A masked man robbed the bank. Steal is irregular from steal, stole, and stolen. The crime murder. The definition of murder is killing someone. The criminal name is murderer. Shoplifting. Shoplifting is stealing something from a shop. The criminal name is shoplifter. Burglary is stealing something from someone's home, and it called the criminal called burglar. The last one is smuggling. What is smuggling? Smuggling is taking something illegally into another country, and it's the criminal called smuggler. Here are some useful nouns from the crime. Trial. The legal process in court whereby an accused person is investigated or tried and then found guilty or not guilty. Case. A crime that is being investigated. Jadi ketika ada kasus kriminal yang sedang diinvestigasi, itu namanya case. Evidence. Information used in a court of law to decide whether the accused is guilty or not. Jadi evidence itu informasi yang digunakan. Proof. Evidence that shows conclusively whether something is fact or not. Proof adalah pembuktian apakah itu memang fakta benar terjadi atau tidak.
Numbers and shapes. There are some notes that must be considered in the pronunciation of numbers in English. For example, 27% in English can read 27%. And then 9,2 in English can read 9.2. 4 meter kali 6 meter can read 4 meters by 6 meters. There is a note that decimal fractions are separated by a dot and not a comma in English. Next, there are 1, 2/3 can read 1 and 2/3. 4/5 can read 4/5. 3/2 can read 3 squared. 7 pangkat 3 can read 7 cubed. 8 pangkat 4 can read 8 to the power of 4. 32 derajat Celcius atau Fahrenheit in English can read 32 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. And then 1,623,457 atau 1.623.457 can read 1.623.457. Note: commas are used to separate each set of 3 numbers in long numbers. Here are the 4 basic processes of arithmetic. Pertambahan in English is named addition, pengurangan, subtraction, perkalian, multiplication, pembagian, division. For example, 2x plus 3y min z. Can read 2x plus 3y minus z equals 3z divided by 4x, or 3z over 4x. Next, 6 kali 7 sama dengan 42. Can read 6 times or multiplied by 7 is 42, or 6 sevens are 42. The following shapes are two-dimensional shapes. There are triangle, circle, square. Below, the following shapes are three-dimensional shapes. There are cube, can, and etc. Next, science and technology. The following are newer fields of science. There are generic engineering, ergonomics, molecular biology, cybernetics, information technology, bioclimatology, geopolitics, nuclear engineering, cryogenics, astrophysics, voice technology. And then there are some of the modern inventions which we are using until now. There are computer, keyboard, mobile phone, microwave, video recorder, and etc. The following verbs that are useful in scientific context are experiment, invent, dissect, patent, combine, rotate, insert, switch, analyze, combining, and etc. Computers and the internet. The following words that are associated with personal computers. There are personal computer or PC, laptop, hardware and software, floppy or disk, hard disk, disk drive, modem, scanner, RAM, random access memory, spreadsheet, computer graphics, word processing, and virus. Following words that are associated with the internet. The internet is a network connecting millions of computer users worldwide. There are World Wide Web or WW is a hub portion of the internet containing linked documents called page. And then to surf the net, the function is to navigate around the internet. Then website or homepage is a document on the web giving information about a person or institution. Newsgroup is a meeting place on the internet for discussion of a particular topic. FAQ, frequently asked questions, is a list of common questions and helpful answers. And next, chat room or chat forum is a group of people who have the same interests who email one another live as a group.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mariani Mustika Yasmin. This time, I will explain 3 topics. There is at home, music, and the natural world. The first is at home. Places in the home. Number 1 is master and main bedroom. This is the largest, the most important bedroom. Number 2 is spare or guest bedroom. This is not used every day. Visitor can stay there. So this is the bedroom for guests. And next is utility room. This is usually just for washing machine, freezer, etc. And then shed. This is small building separated from the house, usually for storing garden tools. And then attic or loft. This is the space in the roof of house used for storing things. Jadi ini adalah hampir sama seperti loteng. Jadi berada di atas rumah, hampir menyentuh atap. And selanjutnya cellar. This is the room below ground level, no windows, used for storing things. And then basement. This is same like cellar, but it has a windows for living and or working. And then study. Of course, this is for studying. And landing. This is the flat area at the top of staircase. And then hall or hallway. This is the open area as you come into a house. And the last is porch. This is the covered area before an entrance door. Next is small object in the home. This is the example for small object in the home. First is remote control, second is cutting board, and third is getter. Getter is a parrot, and then the last is plug in. Types of houses or places people live. First is detached house, not joining to any other house, and then semi-detached house, joined to other house. So this can be placed with 2 families. And then self-contained flat, does not share facilities with any others. And then terrace house, joining to several houses to form a row. Next is cottage. This is the small house in the country or in a village. And then bungalow. This is house with only 1 story, no upstairs. So this is jadi ini adalah rumah 1 lantai. And then bedsit, bedroom and living room all in one. Jadi kamar tidur dan ruang tamu berada dalam 1 ruangan. Next is villa. This is the large house with big gardens or a rented house in a holiday resort. The last is timeshare. This is the holiday flat or house where you have the right to live 1 or 2 weeks. And then the next topic is music. People buy music on CD. Some people prefer tapes or audio cassette. But now we have a platform that we can listen music online like Spotify, tugas, or YouTube. Dan ada beberapa istilah dalam musik, yaitu album. This is a recording of a selection of song or track or pieces of music. And then hit single. This is the best-selling songs issued individually. And then lead singer. This is main singer in the band. And backing. We can call backing vocal. It's the group providing the background music or vocals for the song. Types of music. First is chamber music. Chamber music is written for a small group of orchestral instruments. And then blues. Blues is one of the music genre, and it has a deep lyric, deep sad music that deals with suffering and loneliness. Next is heavy metal. Next is folk. Folk is the music for traditional for some region. And then jazz and soul. Soul is same like blues, close, and pop. We all know this genre. And classical. And the last is country and western. This is a style of US music based on western and southern folk music. And this is the example of adjective used to describe music. First is toneless. The example is he plays the piano is toneless. Yang berarti dia memainkan piano dengan false atau tidak bernada. And then recorded. They recorded that song 2 years ago. And then loud. She sings too loud. And peaceful. His song is peaceful. It can be calm my heart. And the last is soft. All the track in his album is so soft. I really like it. And the last topic is the natural world. We have animals. This is the separated. Oh, sorry. This is the example of animals. We have fish, bird, and cat. And the second is flower and trees. The parts of flower and trees. In the flower, it has pollen, thorn, petals, leaf, and stalk. And in the trees, it has leaves, twig, branch, bough, trunk, and root. And next is specific animals. Here are the English name of some more unusual creatures. The first is hedgehog. Hedgehog is landak. Seal, pet is kelelawar. And peacock. Peacock is burung merak. Pigeon. Pigeon is burung merpati. Parrot is burung beo and snail. Next is name of trees. Trees has a lot of name. So this is some name of trees. First is oak and willow, chestnut, fir, and pine. Next is some verbs for talking about the natural world. The example number 1 is our apple tree flowers or blossom in April. Second example, let's pick some flower. We use pick, not pick up. And the third example is farmer's plan. And the last example is fertilize and harvest. The last example is fertilize and harvest their crops.
My name is Muhammad Iqbal Tunggal. I will explain about 3 topics. The first, food. Food is usually of plant, animal, or fungal origin and contain essential nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins, or minerals. The animal, red meat, beef, and mutton. White meat, ham, bacon, chicken, turkey. Fish, salmon, trout, sardine, mackerel. Seafood, squid, crayfish, crab, lobster. Vegetables, cabbage, broccoli, spinach, cucumber, mushrooms. Species: paprika, cumin, cardamom, ginger. Herbs: rosemary, oregano, parsley. Flavor and taste: sweet, hot, spicy, bland, sugary, delicious. Ways of cooking food: boil, fry, bake, roast, grill, stir fry. Courses and dishes: in UK, a meal in a restaurant would typically be three courses: 1. A starter, 2. A main course, and 3. Followed by a dessert. Okay, next, sport. Some sports whose name you may not know, and 1. Hang gliding, 2. Show jumping, 3. Windsurfing, 4. Fencing, 5. 10-pin bowling, 6. Billiards, 7. Scuba diving, 8. Motor racing, 9. Cross country skiing, 10. Archery. Equipment: 1. Golf club, badminton racket, baseball bat, archery bow, billiard cue, fishing rod or line, 7. Ice hockey stick. Athletic: A. She's a great sprinter. B. Jogging around the park every Sunday's enough for me. Next, verb and their collocation in the context of sport. A. Our team won by 3 goals. B. She broke the Olympic record last year. C. I think I'll take up bowling next spring and give up golf. People particular sport. ER can be used for many sports, example, footballer, swimmer, cricketer, and others. Player is often necessary. Example, football player, cricket player. Some names must be learned separately. Example, canoeist, mountaineer, archer. Okay, next topics. Last topic is holidays. Place to stay and type of holiday. Campsite, a place where you can pitch a tent or park a caravan. Self-catering flat, a flat with urine. You cook for yourself. Guest house, accommodation like a hotel, but cheaper and with better service. Yacht, hotel, hostel, cheap accommodation mainly for young people with perhaps 10 or more people sleeping in one room. Holiday scam, a place providing holiday accommodation, little gun or flats, with restaurants, bars, swimming pool, and lots of other facilities and entertainment for when visitors want a break from sunbathing. Timeshare apartment, accommodation of which you share ownership with a number of people. For example, you own a 12 of the apartment, so you have the right to stay there for 1 month every year. Package holiday, a holiday in which you pay for travel, accommodation, and food. Even occasionally, a tourist excursion in advance cruise, a holiday spent touring on a boat, stopping off to go sightseeing at different ports. The language of holiday brochure in often quite exaggerate. Here are some typical adjectives with noun that they collected with breathtaking, view of scenery or vistas, skies club, breathtaking, like stunning, suggests that something is magnificent, that it take your breath away, and exclusive, and exhilarating, feeling alright or movement, make you feel excited and full of energy, exotic, beauty, or calm or location. Unusual and much more exciting than one's everyday reality. Glamorous surroundings, film star, or hotel, especially exciting and attractive. Intoxicating views or air or fragrance make you feel excited and emotional. Legendary hospital or figure or status. So special that it has been famous for some time. Luxurious, cruise ship or accommodation or lifestyle provides great comfort. Mighty, river or cathedral or oak, larger and powerful. Picturesque street, village, cottage, as pretty as a picture. Sublime, pleasure, or simplicity or skill. Heavenly or divine. Answer best. Opportunity or beauty or quality. Nothing better exists. Unspoiled, calm, village, woodland. Still in a beauty and natural state.
Everyday problem. Things that go wrong in houses and flats. The lights are not working, there must be a power cut. The door handle come off. The washing machine broke down the other day. The bedroom flooded. The batteries have run out or are dead. This car broken and the cops kept everyday minor injuries. She twins her ugly coming down the stairs. I cut my finger while I was hiking potatoes. I bent and banged my head on the cupboard door and got a prize. Other everyday problem. Forget something that has been deposited. Spilled coffee on the carpet. The sink is blocked. Locked myself out. The car won't start. The kitchen clock slow or respond or stop. The art A thing which generally come under the heading of the art, literature, biographies, novels, short story, drama and poetry, performing art, theater, dance, cinema, ballet, opera, concerts, fine art, sculpture, painting, architecture, ceramic. The arts covers everything in the network. Art usually means fine art but can also refer to technique and creativity. B. Describing a performance were incredibly realistic and the costumes were wonderful. I was a good guest and I thought the direction was excellent. Kev and Marcelo performed it got review in the papers today. C. Word connected with even in the art.
There, an exhibition of paintings by Manet on in London. They're going to publish a new edition of the works of Cervantes next year. The Opera Society are doing a performance of Don Giovanni, or local cinema showing Titanic next week. The press and the media. The term the mass media in English refers specially to TV, radio, and newspaper, means of communication which reach very large number of people. This page look at some as full word for talking about the mass media and about publishing in general. Radio and television. Tips of programs, documentaries, news broadcasts, current affair programs of opera, quizzes, sitcom, drama, game show, detective stories, sports programs, weather forecast, music programs, game show, variety, snow, and commercials. A serial is a story that continues from a program of episode to the next. A series is about the same character or has the same format each week, but each program is complement in it itself. Newspaper and publishing. A popular or tabloid newspaper focuses more on sensation than real news, whereas an quality newspaper process to be more interested in real news than in sensation. A tabloid usually has a smaller format than a quality paper. It has large headline and short story and important it perfect story about film star. A journal is the name usually given to an academic magazine. A color supplement is magazine which come out once a week as an addition to a newspaper. A comic is magazine usually for children and teenagers with lots of pictures, story, and cartoon.